Hi everyone. This video is to show you quickly how to use Copy Folder, and that is a tool in Google Chrome that allows you to copy any folder in your Google Drive. Normally, you can't actually copy folders from your Google Drive, so if you right click, you have no option to make a copy. You can move folders, but you can download them, but there's no way to actually copy them. So this tool allows us to actually copy an entire folder, and it's great for when we have something like an e-binder that was given to us by a colleague, or that we searched in one of the shared drives and we were able to find a course that we're going to teach. We want to copy that and make our own private version so we can make changes. We need to use this tool. So how do we access Copy Folder? The first easiest way is if you are signed into Google Chrome, which is at the top right. You should have your name, however it appears as your account should be here. If you do not have your name, then you can choose the option to sign in and then type in your password to log in. Once you've signed in, you should have a list of bookmarks that are provided by the tech coaches. One of those is the Copy Folder app. So first I'm going to open up a new tab, then I'm going to go to the Copy Folder app. And all it is a website that runs a script. And basically you don't need to change tabs or anything like that. You just follow these steps here. If you have trouble finding the app, you can also go to the Chrome Web Store by typing in Chrome Web Store and go here. And from the Chrome Web Store, you can choose to sign in to your account here. So I have my Sunway Education account signed in. And from here, the Copy Folder app should be available because it's in a section called Recommended by Sunway Tech Coaches. You click that, and then you choose Visit Website. And it takes you to the same place as I went to before. Now that we have the website open, we can copy a folder. There are two options. You can search your drive, or you can put a URL, which would be the shared link URL. So first of all, if you want to search your drive, you can do so. However, it's really a little bit challenging, especially if you happen to have a lot of folders in your drive. Because even if I type in e-binder, I'm getting a lot of things, and I'm even getting like attendance from every e-binder. So I know that my first result is the one that I'm looking for. So I could go here and navigate to the binder I want and choose, for example, like if I want to copy the grade 7 binder, I find it and press select. But sometimes that is actually really hard to find the binder that you want. Maybe it's easier to find it in your Google Drive and then put the link. So one way is to search. It's a little bit annoying, but how do you do it the other way? So let's say we know where our binder is, or maybe even it's been shared with me. So maybe I have a binder in the shared with me section, like this one, for example. And I want to copy it. Well, I can actually, add it to your drive. You can add it to your drive, and then you can navigate to it that way. And depending on the share settings, like for example, the CIMP e-binders have been shared. And in here, I have all of the previous e-binders. And I could take any I like, and I should be able to get a shareable link. So from there, I can right-click. So right-click and choose Get Shareable Link. And then it will say link copied to the clipboard. Once the link has been copied, all I have to do is go back and press Control V, and it will automatically go to that same binder. So that, I think, is the easiest way, is to find the binder that you want, wherever it might be. So let's say I have eBinders here. I can right click and choose Get Shareable Link and then paste it. The only problem is sometimes an eBinder won't have a shareable link because the settings for that binder are set to not allow. So you'll have to ask the owner of that binder to allow for shareable links or turn link sharing on. But most of the binders, all the CIMP eBinders in this folder and all the SIS eBinders should have the shareable link turned on by default. Now, from here, we change the name. So I would want to include the correct format, which should be the code for the course, then your name, then the year, and then semester. So like this, or you can choose to have a slash. So this is the correct format for an eBinder. To have the name of the course, your name, or if you're teaching with a group, you'd have all the teacher names, and then you have the year, and then you have the semester. Then we press next, and you do not need to copy permissions. However, I do recommend that you copy to the root of your drive. So you keep this box unchecked, but you keep this box checked. Then you press next, and then you'll see a review of all the settings, and if you are okay, you can see that this is the original folder. You can click it to make sure that this is in fact the folder you are trying to copy, that this is the correct version. If you are comfortable with all of the settings, you press copy folder. And what it's going to do is it's going to start the copying process. Now, this process takes time, and you should not try to copy a folder that you know the teacher is currently working on at the time that you're copying. So, for example, if it's right at the middle of the day and you try to copy a folder and you know that that teacher is working on their eBinder, maybe they're creating new lessons or they are changing folders, then I recommend not using the app until you know that they're not using it. If it's an old binder that no one is using, it's fine. You don't have to worry. But if it is a binder that people are currently teaching from, you may want to wait until the evening to start this process when you know that they're not going to use it. And if everything goes well, you should have a success, and it should say copying has started in the background. And there's a copy log that you can review to see how the process is going. You can see that it's currently copying folders right now, and these folders and files are being placed in your Google Drive, and they're a separate copy of all the files from the original. So these ones do not link to the original in any way. So if you make a change to these files, they will not impact the other person's files at all. But as you can see, this is not a quick process. You need to wait until the entire copy folder process is done before you start making changes to the eBinder. So go grab a coffee or put it on overnight, and then when you get back to work, it will be done. Now, do you need to keep your computer running? No. You can close the copy folder log if you wish. You can also close the copy folder window, and you can even shut down your computer. However, if you ever want to check to make sure that it's finished, you can open the folder that is currently being copied, and you can find the copy folder log. And you can see in here, if it still doesn't say completed, so if the progress says working, then we know it's not done yet. So do not work on anything in this eBinder until this progress status changes to completed, in which case you can then use it fine. So I just need to wait, so I'm not going to touch anything in there as it's copying. I'm just going to wait until it's done, and then I will be free to start working on making changes and customizing the lessons and doing whatever I like, and I know that it won't have an effect on my colleagues' work. The other thing that you should do, don't forget, is to share this binder with the eBinder admin. So you right click and you go share, and here you can also share it with anyone else who is working on this course with you, but you must share it with eBinder admin so that they have access during the inspection. And then you press send to share. That's all for the video. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to comment in the video or send any of the tech coaches an email and they can help you out with using Copy Folder or any other Google related matters. Thank you.